Previously on Whodunit, 12 guests were invited to a private grand opening to Victoria Blue's esteemed Blue Resort, but soon discovered it to be a facade. The resort, as well as Victoria, were revealed to be an elaborate holographic fabrication to lure them to the mysterious Blood Manor. Home to the enigmatic Victor Blood, they soon discovered a killer was among them. Matilda and Janet were kidnapped by the killer in their lair, where Matilda had the opportunity to find clues. Matilda was able to escape, dragging Janet along with her, and sabotage the other 10 guests from viewing the lair as well. While the guests were trying to get to know each other and sniff the killer out, they soon faced their first Safehouse mission. Anne won the jigsaw puzzle, winning the first Safehouse, guaranteeing her safety from the first murder. Anne soon learned she also had the responsibility to mark 3 fellow players for death, putting them at risk for murder. Many of the players attempted to make deals and beg for safety with Anne. Matilda showed Anne pictures of the lair in exchange for safety as well. Anne ultimately chose Cruella and Walter to mark for death, alongside Janet, who was automatically marked due to inactivity. In the end, the killer claimed Janet as the first victim for her uselessness. Only 11 suspects remain.
I was quite happy with Janet's murder. Mostly that it wasn't me. Also that she was the only inactive player.
I'm actually on the killer's side for this one. I am happy to see that the inactive person got the first boot, and thankfully the killer didn't take advantage of the opportunity to have an easy out later.
Who the hell is Janet?
I'm very glad you made it through. It would have been totally unfair if it hadn't been Janet.
I was so worried. It's good to still be in the game and work together as a team.
I felt so bad for you and Walter having to be in that position in the first round. But I guess it'll happen to us all at some point. I hope you are doing good today.
Yes, absolutely. Now that I'm not worried in the bottom, I am actually feeling quite inspired, and am getting some beautiful designs made. I hope you are having an exquisite day as well.
Walter, I am so glad that you are safe. Thank goodness.
That was a close one, Mr. Coffee.
It really was. To be blunt with you, Walter, I do think we make a good team. I am trying to build an alliance with Cruella and Walter.
With Janet dead, maybe the killer has a heart after all?
I think it would have been a major offense booting someone who was trying before an inactive. Guess we'll see the real game start now.
I'm kind of surprised Janet was in fact killed, but I'm glad it was her. It would have been unfair if it was either of the other two. I'm sure it'll start to get interesting now.
Thankfully, the killer did just that. I agree with the majority. It would not be the right move to get rid of an inactive. I'm just happy everyone else is active, such as it is, with some. I forgot who that Darth, or whatever his name is person, that he was in the game. He's a bit creepy.
Agreed. He's staying just quiet enough to go under the radar. I feel like we all are active players, and generally on the same page about things. So would love if we could work together in this game and share theories and information. Thoughts?
I love this group. I'm so down for us all working together to figure this out. I only trust you guys, so with all our information, I'm sure we can figure this out.
Oh my goodness. Great minds do think alike. I certainly love this group. I was so busy preparing the lasagna that Mystique requested. This is the ideal foursome.
Awesome foursome. I'm down.
Priority 1 is to win challenges. Clue missions help us get information to win the game. And Safehouse missions buy me enough time to figure this thing out. I have my main alliance still with Mystique, Marie, and Littlefoot, and then after that I'd say John is my next closest ally. I've tried to have a social game with a few different people, but now I think going into the next round, it'll be worthwhile to connect with all of the other players. I don't want to be marked for death just for not sending a message to at least say hi.
Hi, Mystique. How are you doing in this creepy house? Can you really turn into anyone you want to? Have you thought about using that skill to try to trick the killer?
I've tried, but being clueless on the killer and just can't tune into them. I wish it was as simple as that.
Reached any conclusions about anything yet? I'm starting to suspect Wesley as a possible killer.
You may have noticed another familiar face hanging around these parts. Dr. Anna Delvey herself has graced us with her presence for this trip. She is neither player, nor killer, nor official staff. She has no background knowledge of the players or game. She will be your certified therapist and life coach, always there to offer a consoling ear to vent, or a hopeful word for sanity. You may use her private office for group therapy, or see her privately via appointment. I will let Dr. Delvey have the floor from here.
Hey sluts. I know this isn't exactly the resort we were all promised, but I've decided to set up office anyway. Might as well, since we're stuck here on this boring-ass island. They don't even have Wi-Fi. Anyway, just let me know if you want therapy. It seems like you all might need it. I happen to be world famous, so really, you're getting a world-class discount if you think about it. I will help you achieve all your boss babe dude dinosaur dreams. Or we can just sit and drink wine and bitch. I'm cool with that too. See you soon, bitches.
What up?
Hey bitch, I love that top for you. Did you lose weight?
Thanks, it makes my boobs look mean.
Hello, doctor. After being married to Frank for 46 years, I certainly can use some therapy.
Are you a therapist, or do you need one?
I'll have you know, I am a licensed professional. I can prove it. I just need $50 for a wire transfer first.
Our little Matilda is spunky, aren't you, my dear? I guess I should look at the good doctor's credentials before I ask for her services.
Just don't believe everything you read about me. Some people just cannot handle a woman in business. They must be, like, intimidated or something.
I like your moxie.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Doctor. I may seek your services as I am known as someone I'm not. And I'm not someone I once was.
Maybe you just need a vodka spritzer. Vodka spritzers make everything better.
As you wish. I shall pass you my goblet for a tasting of what you call a spritzer. Maybe a taste of spirits would help. Thank you, milady.
Congratulations on surviving the first murder. Your next mission will be as a full team, including each of you. You will have to all work together to win. Either everyone wins the clue, or nobody does. Below is a list of 11 brain teasers of various forms, ranging in different levels of difficulty. There is an anagram puzzle, a cipher puzzle, a cube puzzle, a grid puzzle, a ladder puzzle, A letter puzzle. A logic puzzle. A math puzzle. A Morse puzzle. A nonogram puzzle. And finally, a rebus puzzle. One player must be assigned one brain teaser each. You may decide amongst yourselves who gets which. That individual will be responsible for solving and submitting their one brain teaser for the group in their private interrogation room by deadline. You are only allowed 3 mistakes as a group in order to win. 8 out of 11 brain teasers must be correct to view a security tape, which contains at least one clue to the killer's identity. If more than 3 are incorrect or not submitted, nobody will view the footage. You are allowed to collaborate on solutions, but only the designated person's submission for each entry will count. Good luck, suspects.
Oh, this looks fun. I'm sure we'll smash this, guys.
I'm going to ask a favor if I can have the anagram puzzle. I really do not do well with these. If there's one similar, I will take that, but the anagram would be my first choice. Thank you in advance for your consideration.
What if we assign answers to players in alphabetical order, just to get that out of the way, then collaborate on answers? Marie requested the anagram already, though.
I can do the ladder puzzle.
Could I please do the grid puzzle? I'm not great with words. If not the grid, just any that isn't words. Pretty please.
Yes. We can switch.
I like this list, but would I be able to get the math one? I enjoy things like that, so that would be my first choice.
Okay, I can do this. However, do you all think I only have to count the cubes that are visible, not the ones that could possibly be in the back?
I think you count the hidden ones too. This works as far as who submits. But here is my thought about this mission. I think we should all be working on as many puzzles as possible, then share what we get to see what the correct answers are, and get them all right. If we all talk about what we are submitting, and then find out someone submitted something different in the interrogation room, then that could be a good indication of guilt. Especially the players with the easier solves can help out on the hard ones.
I am agreeable to this. We are allowed to collaborate on answers, so I also think we should try to complete as many as we can to help everyone else.
Could I request the letter puzzle instead? I honestly don't know much about the nonogram. Thank you kindly. I'm going to take a look at the other puzzles as well.
I noticed how hard some of the puzzles were compared to others. I'm glad that people agreed with me to work on all of them.
Not so sure what Matilda is up to or if it's innocent. Remember, she already got a clue to the killer's lair. I asked her, by the way, and she said it may have had something to do with the salmon team. But that's all she said. Didn't make sense. Said they were grainy, dark pictures, so really no help at all.
Matilda taking the lead seemed a bit weird to me, but it may just be her way of trying to help. Anne seems to have a lot to say as well. She's someone I've been keeping my eye on at the moment.
I'm right there with you, Littlefoot. Anne, for all her supposed confusion, seems pretty on top of things.
Anne pulled me aside to ask what puzzles I'm working on. Does she think I'm just sitting around watching?
She did the same thing to me. She's probably at the top of my suspicion list at the moment. Hopefully we'll get the clue this round, and it'll help us a bit more in uncovering who is the killer. Anne seems to be quite heavy-handed with a lot of things. I thought the way she went around who to put up for murder seemed like she was digging for information. Either because she really wants to find the killer, or she is in fact the killer, and she was looking out to see if anyone had suspicions on her yet.
She seems to be asking and or checking with everyone. I've got my eye on her as well. She may be going too hard too fast.
She needs a chill pill. I think she and Matilda are my top two for now.
This teamwork is amazing. Thank you all for helping. I truly appreciate your young minds. Sometimes I think someone took out part of my brain.
This nonogram is killing me. I've never done one of these before.
We are in the same boat. Mr. Rose, I don't even know where to begin.
This logic puzzle in the nonogram is awful.
I'll work on the nonogram to help.
I'm actively working on the logic puzzle, but it's a doozy. I have a chart I'm using to try to eliminate possibilities, but if anyone cares to take a stab at it too, I'll be glad for the second set of eyes.
I have discovered that nonogram puzzles are very hard and tedious, but I am making progress. This is where I am currently, and I am not even 100% certain of this so far, but feels like I'm barking up the right tree.
Wow, everyone is so organized. I'm almost impressed.
Interesting mission. I took the easy way out and chose the first one. I was going to help out with the others and tried with the cipher one, but that's all I did.
Have you noticed any suspicious behavior?
Not really. I wished Matilda shared what the clue was, but it's early. I'm sure something will arise or show itself soon. What about yourself? Anything fishy?
I think this round will show suspicious behavior. We are working against the killer's sabotage.
Yes, I'm curious to see who, if anyone does not submit. If the killer is smart, he or she won't sabotage us this early. I can't imagine the clue would be very revealing.
I think the sabotage will be in a small mistake or typo. That's why if we all agree on the final answers, we should be able to see if someone changed something.
Would your answer be consanguineous?
What the fuck? Yes, I do have that in my vocabulary. How in the world did you figure that out? Oh, Mystique, you are brilliant. I'm in awe of how you figured it out.
Everyone has submitted their official answer guess in the private interrogation room. I will reveal the results. Remember, you can only miss 3. Marie's answer for the anagram puzzle was...
The word is consanguineous. The meaning of consanguineous is of the same blood or origin, specifically descended from the same ancestor.
Correct. Anne's answer for the cipher puzzle was...
So, you do have to die. Those are the rules. New movie, new franchise. Jill Roberts, Scream 4.
So, you do have to die, Sid. Those are the rules. New movie, new franchise.
Correct. Cruella's answer for the cube puzzle was...
39 cubes.
Correct. 3 down, 8 to go. All correct so far. Mystique's answer for the grid puzzle was... correct. John's answer for the ladder puzzle was...
Crime, crims, crits, Brits, brats, beats, beef, death.
Correct. Walter's answer for the letter puzzle was...
The letter is S. Purses, spider, septic, answer, optics.
Correct. 6 correct so far, 5 left. Matilda's answer for the logic puzzle was...
Hello. My answer to Mind Murderer number 7 is... First, Todd, Brown, Monkey, Nectar. Second, Shakira, Tan, Lemur, Berry. Third, Georgie, Black, Baboon, Leaf. Fourth, Lucky, Red, Chimpanzee, Seed. Fifth, Penny, White, Gorilla, Banana.
Incorrect. Your first wrong answer. You can only miss 2 to earn the clue. Littlefoot's answer on the math puzzle was
23 times 4 plus, parenthesis, 1,000 divided by 200 and parenthesis equals 97.
correct. David's answer on the Morse code puzzle was
We shall see that at which dogs howl in the dark, and that at which cats prick up their ears after midnight. HP. Lovecraft's From Beyond.
correct. 8 correct, 1 incorrect, 2 remain. If you get at least 1 more correct, you all win the mission. Maul's answer on the nonogram puzzle was
This shit was so tedious and took forever. I'll never get that time back, but that's okay because I am riding high after finishing this god-forsaken challenge. It's a fucking knife, sword, katana cutting mechanism used for murder.
correct. Wesley's answer on the Rebus puzzle was
Go up in smoke.
also correct. Congratulations, suspects. You got 10 out of 11 correct and have earned the clue in the form of security footage from the Manor's property. It contains at least 1 clue to the identity of the killer among you.
Great job, guys. I'm so glad on how well we all worked together.
Woot! Congrats, guys.
Victory was the only option.
I think that mind murderers went quite well. Our group did great together.
I thought Maul was the VIP with the nanogram.
That was a bitch, but ended up kind of fun. I would have hated the math one.
I thought it was great that we could all work together on our strength and help those with weaknesses in those puzzles.
Well done, Matilda. The rest of you disappoint me. I will not forget. XOXO.
Matilda did do great, along with the rest of us. She was part of the team. That logic puzzle was hard.
Hey, it's not her fault. We all tried really hard on that in the nonogram, and we all did great.
You're beginning to remind me of Dread Pirate Roberts. Leave the girl be. Your problem is with us all.
We worked well together as a team, but there were 2 people that stuck out to me. First, my top suspect, Matilda. She quickly jumped in to randomly assign people different puzzles, knowing that not everyone is checking in all the time, and people weren't necessarily assigned to a puzzle that is their strength. There was a huge risk of sabotage here. Thankfully, we swapped around assignments as needed to get the job done. Anne was the other outlier. She was so over the top in terms of trying to get people to help. But what did she really do to help us? Maybe the overbearing helper role is a good way to cover up being the killer.
Is Matilda the killer? Possibly, but that was a super-duper stumper.
Everyone worked together, but I still suspect Anne. I got the hardest puzzle, which was an honest mistake, but I also like the idea of a logic puzzle challenge. I don't think anyone else really tried to solve it. Apart from the first clue, Anne is just the most active player, which tells me she has skin in the game. Very killery.
So, Matilda, hey, quick to boss, but not quick enough to complete correctly.
Up another notch on my radar. But we'll see what this clue is.
Oh, definitely another suspicious move from her.
Who else finds it odd that the killer made the comment about Matilda? Then Anne replied quickly. Thing is, maybe Matilda is the killer and called herself out. Something to think about.
Definitely interesting. Could be a good cover for Matilda to call herself out like that, and agree that Anne was really quick on that response.
They are both high on my radar.
Darth Maul doing that nonogram definitely lessened the suspicion there for me. That puzzle was no joke.
That was seriously impressive. I definitely agree that his help has put him close to the bottom of my list.
Good evening, John. We all did quite well working together this last mission. Congrats to us.
Yes, we did really well together. I think for the most part, you and me have been working well together since we started talking.
I definitely agree. We are a great team. You are such a kind gentleman, John.
Let's drink. I'm going to make Cruella fall in love with me.
I love that for you. You guys would make such a cute couple.
This needs more drama, and I figured if there's a killer on the loose, then I better boo up.
Yes, stir that pot, bitch. We need all the drama.
I'm working my angles as we speak, and you are a beautiful, wonderful woman. I think we can definitely catch this killer if we put our minds together.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Hello, Wesley. How are you getting on? I was very happy we succeeded in that mission, although I don't think the killer is too happy with us.
I am navigating new soil here, but getting more comfortable. As for the mission, we were triumphant as a team, and I shall fight to defend Matilda's honor. I hope the next does not hurt my brain as much.
Hey, Matilda. I just thought I'd check in and see how you were doing in finding the game so far. I'm sorry I haven't reached out yet. I was very excited about this last clue mission. I'm thoroughly enjoying us all working together rather than against each other.
Hi, friend. Thanks for reaching out. I appreciate your encouragement and positivity all the time. It's hard not to get a little pessimistic in this creepy environment. I was excited about that logic puzzle because I like a challenge. Sucks to fail, though.
It definitely can get weird sometimes in this environment. It was unfortunate for you to get that logic puzzle because it was the hardest one on the board, and lots of others tried to help, but none of us could figure it out. But it didn't matter anyway because we still got the clue, which I'm happy about. Hopefully it'll give us some more insight.
You have all earned the clue. Here is security footage from the manor. What you decipher from it is all on you.
This is a really cool format for a clue, I have to say.
I'm going to need a bigger screen.
My thoughts precisely.
While I do have an eye for design, my eyesight is not quite what it used to be. I have not figured out the killer yet by the security footage. I may be missing something.
I got names off of it and looked them up to see if they pertain to anyone in the game.
I didn't make anything from it. I'm not sure what I was even supposed to be looking at. Not much changed throughout the clip, and I couldn't pull any clues from the rooms that were shown, but it's still good that we have a clue. Maybe as we start to get more, it'll all make sense. Okay, I've watched the clue footage a few times and I don't get it. I don't see anything really change during the video, unless the clue is the types of rooms being shown.
I'm in the same situation, David. I even got a bigger screen to see if I could notice anything, and still couldn't figure it out.
Still thinking, but my guess is that if you put a number on each of the windows, the ones with motion in them align with the numbers assigned to players at dinner.
Through complex video forensics, I have deduced that there are pixels that over time occasionally change color, which trick the mind into thinking that still images are actually moving. This process was invented over 100 years ago and has nothing to do with the murder.
Hello. So nice to see such a young face here.
Thanks. I get that a lot. Tell me about your lair. I think Janet might still be down there.
Such a silly question from such a silly little girl.
I have comprised 30 theme songs for your viewing pleasure. It includes 10 movies, 10 television shows, and 10 video games. You can earn 2 points for each one. You earn 1 point for correctly identifying if it's a movie, television, or game. You earn 1 point for correctly naming the title of said entry. For example, if you guess TV show correctly, you get 1 point. If you correctly guess Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that's another 1 point. That's 2 possible points for each entry. You can earn 1 additional extra point for correctly guessing the overall theme of all 30 soundtracks, meaning you can earn up to 61 points total. The person with the most points will win Safehouse. The winner will have automatic safety from the second murder, and also the power to mark a minimum of 3 fellow players for death. Best of luck, suspects.
thought this was an extremely fun challenge, and welcome more.
I was going down so many rabbit holes and spent so long on this, but figured I would end up somewhere in the middle.
These are impossible and feel like anyone who hesitates or doesn't use Shazam loses. Honesty nor integrity does not pay for this game.
I loved it, of course. My favorite.
I still hear those theme songs when I put my head on the pillow at night. I think I was pretty crafty between Shazam plus Google, and was able to pick out a few that I figured would trip others up.
Initially, I wasn't even going to try, but I'm glad I did in the end. I'm not very good at challenges like this because I don't watch much TV or movies.
I was unfortunately sick and couldn't focus, but it seems fun and challenging. I figured even a small submission was better than none.
One dilemma that started to arose was how I should handle my alliance during these missions. Mystique, Marie, and Littlefoot are my key alliance right now, and obviously if I don't win a challenge, I'd like it to be one of them who does. So where's the balance between helping them out while also giving myself the best chance to win? I don't think I've figured that out just quite yet.
I have the mission results. Everyone submitted. Thank you and great job. I will reveal the outcome from last place to first place. Last place with 5 points is John. 10th place with 12 points is Darth Maul. 9th place with 43 points is Walter. We then have a tie with 44 points between Cruella and Matilda. At 6th place with 48 points is Mystique. At 5th place with 49 points is Littlefoot. We are down to our top 4, Anne, David, Marie, and Wesley. One of you will win Safehouse. For 3rd and 4th place, we have another tie with 51 points each. The tie is between David and Marie. It is now between Anne and Wesley, with a difference of only 2 points. The winner of Safehouse with 54 points is Anne. Congratulations, Anne. You have won the first 2 Safehouse missions back to back. You are guaranteed to survive the next murder. However, you now have the responsibility of marking a minimum of 3 of your fellow players for death. I will see you at the Marked for Death ceremony, where you will reveal your decision.
I jumped up through the ceiling when I found out I won. I have a condition called the Jumping Frenchman of Maine. When I'm surprised by something or someone, I jump unnaturally high. This gift comes in handy sometimes.
Very tricky. Well done, Ms. Anne. Please don't vote me off the island. Congratulations to you as well, Sir Wesley.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Anne. You are an absolute pro at this game, darling. Also good job, everyone, for trying your best. This one was quite hard. Theme Me was quite fun. Also very hard. I was shocked everybody scored so high. I thought I did quite well, and I was close to the bottom.
Congratulations, Anne. Dead set legend at these challenges. All I can hear in my head is static now.
Wow. You know the competition is stiff when a 43 out of 60 is third to last place. Good work, everyone. I'm humbled to be amidst greatness. Also, please don't kill me. I'm just a child. Perfect killer strategy is to get Safehouse every time, so that survival isn't a red flag. I am on to you, Anne.
John and Mal were also suspicious for how low their scores were in Theme Me. I know it was hard, but you definitely could have gotten a bit more than that through Shazam and pure guessing.
Because everyone did so well and acted like a team who cares about finding a killer, I have another idea to decide marked for death. Wesley, David, and Marie, you are the next top performers. For this mini-game, you can each tell me one person to mark for death. You three can't mark each other or me, and each have to give me a different name. You have until 5 p.m. tonight. The win or lose part is that if I don't get a name from you, you will be marked.
Interesting proposition, my dear lady. Carrier pigeon headed your way.
Anne is quite the competitor. 2 in a row. It was interesting, the route she took to mark people. Her mind is quite intriguing.
I found it very suspicious and somewhat lazy in getting away with no blood on her hands.
I wasn't shocked Anne won again. Wasn't even shocked she picked some stupid mini-game for the others to play to keep the blood off her hands. She's suspicious.
First of all, I did not need Anne to win another challenge. She has too much power and too big of a head already. We were all so close up at the top with our scores. A few lucky guesses would have gotten me the win. And then she turns around with her minigame to get me, Wesley and Marie, to nominate people. No blood on her hands and safety. So unfair. But I needed to play along with her game to keep safe.
Is my winning 2 safe houses putting a target on my back? I have to keep winning, or it could be trouble. What do the other players think of my mini games? Some said they think it's clever, but who knows if they mean it. I don't care, because I think it was more fun.
Honestly, total bullshit. I don't think the safe house winner should be allowed to turn around and have others do the dirty work. Poor Anne. Going to get blood on her fingers again? Just wait. I can't wait till you are marked. Killer.
I'd like to say thank God that you guys now have more of the power. But what is her game plan behind this? That seems like a really suspicious way of doing things. Is she trying to cause chaos and just get no blood on her hands by making you guys do the work?
I think I'm going to suggest one of the underperformers from the challenge, but definitely a way to keep blood off her hands.
I'm surprised she said, who cares about finding a killer? I certainly care about finding the killer. Her making these decisions the way she has for these safe house missions are making me very suspicious of her.
It's very suspicious, the way she's acting. Reckon it's a way of gauging who's working with who.
She makes me think she's the killer even more. I have to say Anne is definitely looking out for herself so she doesn't get blood on her hands. I'm truly surprised that it is allowed, considering she won Safe House. Well, maybe whoever wins it next should make her choose. I know I will do that if I should ever win.
It's still ultimately on her to name the 3 people. She's just going to blame us. She's having way too much fun with this and I hate it.
Welcome to your marked for death ceremony. Anne has won Safe House and is guaranteed to survive the next murder. She's allowed to save up to 7 fellow suspects, leaving a minimum of 3 marked for death. One of those 3 will be the killer's second victim. Anne, the floor is yours.
Just like when I won first Safe House, I like keeping things twisty. Here are the results. Cruella, you are safe. Littlefoot, you are safe. Matilda, you are safe. Mystique, you are safe.
That leaves only 3 more spots open for safety. Anne, carry on.
Walter, you are safe. Marie is also safe.
Only 1 spot remains open for safety.
David is safe. Someone marked John, saying, I suppose to keep it fair, I will just give you John's name as he is the lowest score. Think it's the only fair to do it that way. Someone marked Darth Maul, saying, I haven't really connected with him yet, and he also underperformed in the mission. Wesley is marked because of the minigame deadline rule.
With that, John, Darth Maul, and Wesley, you are officially marked for death. One of you will be the killer's second victim and eliminated from the game. However, you have one last opportunity to save yourself. Each of you must submit your top suspect, the person you believe to be the killer, along with a plea to them in attempt to convince the killer to spare your life. The killer cannot murder you if you guessed his or her identity correctly. If wrong, hopefully your plea to them will tip the scales in your favor. Tonight, I will throw a dinner party in your honor, as each of you have survived a full week in my manor. The catch is, tonight, the killer will strike and the second murder will commence. See you then, and hope you all enjoy yourselves.
My minigame helped the team get to decide, I think. I had fun making a twist in the marked for death. But I was very surprised that Wesley didn't check in, especially surprising after he put in so much time in the challenge. Did he see last time I won I did a minigame, too? He never talked to me and didn't get marked then by luck. That doesn't seem like a team player.
Underperformed in the challenge. A coward's words from someone who is masking their own incompetence and distracting from how little they participated in the challenge. Please, I guarantee they spent less time on it than it took to do the nonogram.
Maul, I'll own up to being the one to say your name. We were put in a difficult position. And to clarify, I was talking specifically about this Safehouse challenge. This felt like the fairest way to do it. We all appreciated your work on the nonogram, but I have pages of notes from trying to solve that stupid logic puzzle. So please don't say I didn't contribute. We're all doing our best, and I wish you luck in the elimination.
I adopted a new familiar yesterday that Terrans call a cat, and not being from this planet, I had trouble identifying the themes. Oh, these are only excuses, though. Many have thought me dead before, so I shall rise to the occasion and learn from my mistakes. Fuck you, David, you sniveling piece of shit. Ha ha. But in all seriousness, burn in hell, David. It would have been much more fair to mark based on the challenge that affected everyone. No. Fuck you. But also you're okay. But go ahead and die.
So much drama about David marking Maul. Maul did such a hard puzzle in the clue round, but not as well on Safehouse. Good on David for stepping up in his reply.
Even though I am upset, I understand that logic can have no hard feelings about it. I just hope I can manage to be safe.
I will admit, although I'm sure it's obvious, I did give your name John, and believe me, it is nothing personal. Being put in a spot like that seemed the only fair thing to do. I wish you luck and honestly wish no one had to leave.
There's no hard feelings, Marie, whatsoever. It was unfortunately a fair choice, and I appreciate you telling me.
As you wish, Anne. May the best men survive. I, too, have been thought dead by some and prevailed. Let's see if luck should have it again.
Not surprised. Wesley isn't super active, so it doesn't surprise me he didn't get an answer to Anne's mini-game done. Also, though, Anne does a lot of killery shit.
I was disappointed being marked for death after doing well in the challenge. As it is my first Whodunit game, my strategy is to now build alliances.
Thank you for not voting me off the island. The Safehouse challenge was difficult for me as I had part of my brain removed. I can't remember why, though. Good luck, fellow guests.
Really, Wesley shouldn't have had to worry. He saw that he didn't win. He enjoyed his weekend. Next minute, Anne comes along with her own challenges. Think I'll call her Victor?
I totally agree with you. No one should have been put in that situation. Anne should have made the decision herself like she was supposed to.
Yep, I'll third that feeling on my end. Feel like I'm punished for coming in the top 4 and she gets off free.
Oh my, you all are so right. Oh, this burns my buns. I just can't wait for her not to be safe.
Rolling my eyes at her sharing her reasons too. I'm so over her.
She's very snarky and sure of herself when you chat one-on-one. But even out there, can you be a bit more obnoxious?
Hey! How you been going? You did awesome on that mission. It was a real struggle.
Thank you. Sadly, I was preoccupied today and seemed to have missed the deadline and may be on the chopping block myself.
Hopefully not. You knew you didn't have a deadline, so not your fault. It was interesting what Anne did. Hopefully the killer takes that into consideration.
I shall just await my fate. But if I survive, would you be interested in an alliance? It seems things will become vicious as time goes on.
Very interested. I'm hoping John is killed. I'm not opposed to Maul either. They're both very quiet and haven't brought much to the game. Maul did awesome in the clue mission, though. I'm hoping Killer feels the same.
Agree. I'm agreeable to them both, but would lean more towards Maul. John has been a good participant up until this challenge, and I was not too keen on how Maul handled our very first clue mission as a group. But it's never easy either way, I suppose. For all I know, it will be me in the end.
Oh, John, I'm so sad to see you in the bottom. I wish you the best of luck, sir.
It's quite all right. I just have to hope that the killer avoids me.
I realize I missed your deadline. I may have landed myself on the chopping block. If there is time to ask for forgiveness, I request as such. But fair is fair.
Sorry, but I hope you make it through. Do you have any suspicions to help you foil the killer and survive?
Thank you, Anne. Sadly, I'm a bit out of sorts lately. Hopefully I shall survive and will surely be more attentive next time. I do have my suspicions. This is my first time fighting for my life under these circumstances. So I am sharpening my sword and learning the best tactics to survive.
You have fought for your life in even worse times, and from what I've heard, you did amazing.
Hey there! I also wanted to reach out personally. One, to apologize again for putting you up, and two, to hope that there's a way we can work together going forward. I hope you survive elimination because I think you have a lot to contribute to help us win these clue challenges. Good luck, sir.
The logic is sound, that whoever wants to stay alive more would participate more in the safe house. I, of course, would have preferred that the group activity had higher weight. Well, I understand and accept the apology, and hope to see you at the next challenge. Pre-game with some wine? Red, white, rosé, whatever you want.
That would be much appreciated. You make a great point that the group challenges should be weighted higher in the future. That security footage clue gave me nothing. So we definitely need to keep winning those.
I wrote down a bunch of stuff from the footage. None of it means anything.
You should not have to worry about anything, Wesley. That's just so wrong. Well, plead your case with the killer, and I'll think positive thoughts for your safety.
Thank you for your kind words, milady.
Hey there, pal. Sorry to see you get marked. Do you have a suspect in mind yet?
I understand the thought process, so I'm not taking any hard feelings. Anne really put them in an uncomfortable spot to keep her hands clean, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't have an idea, but I haven't heard anything from Darth Maul or Wesley, really. I think I can survive this, I hope.
I believe in you, friend. Wishing you good luck.
Thank you, Matilda. It means a lot.
Well, I have made some good friends, I believe. I still feel I can't trust anybody. My strategy is definitely dwindling since everyone is so good. I haven't seen anything suspicious. Everyone is quite nice and helpful so far.
Very grateful to be safe. My strategy involves observation, deduction, gut instinct. Marie and Maul are still my top suspects based on interaction and performance.
Yes, top suspect is Anne. Anne, because she pisses me off.
Until further investigation, I'm going to stick with my original suspect, Matilda. I just haven't heard much from her yet.
I'm sticking with my gut still and saying Matilda. The cagey response around the first clue and the attempted organization of the Mind Murderers mission are the two biggest suspicious acts so far. I also don't think the killer would go too over the top with sabotage or having a very big presence in the game. At least not yet.
Anne is the killer, and she's obvious about it. Because of the first clue. Because she's the most active player. Because she won Safehouse twice, probably trying to hide that she wouldn't have been killed. Because she likes these mini-games to mark for death. She's too involved and too suspicious not to be the killer.
No real gameplay yet. Just trying to keep up with the people I think I need to keep up with. I'm keeping my eyes on Anne and Matilda. I'm going Anne. The challenge to the top 3 seemed too cocky.
Apart from Anne's little stint after winning the comp, there hasn't been anything suspicious that I've seen. I still don't have much to go on, so I'm going to stick with my last main suspect and choose Anne. She's smart, calculated, and social. She definitely has what it takes to be the killer.
My top suspect is me. This is because with my mini gifts, I also walk and talk in my sleep, and I don't know what else I might be doing. And what if my St. Vitus dance is actually my conscience admitting guilt? If it isn't me, maybe it is Wesley. because he barely helped with the clue and doesn't seem to care to not get marked.
Hello, killer. It's me, John. I did not do so good this last challenge, which was my fault, and I am asking you to please have mercy on me. I am a good, honest man who just wants to make it out of this alive. I promise I'll do better, and if it helps, I have no idea who you truly are.
Hi, killer. You're doing a great job so far. Excellent taunts. Very spooky. Is that a new haircut you have? Don't think I didn't notice. You wear it well. Anyways, now that we're besties, you totally wouldn't kill me off, right? Right. We're like two lightsabers joined into one dual saber. Better together.
Wow. How much do you think a place like this costs? House right on the water? I mean, the land alone must cost a fortune.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. As you know, we've been through some rather trying times the last couple of days. But please, raise your glasses.
Cheers.
Excuse me. Thank you. Can I have a word with you?
Can you wait a sec?
We just got some news about Ramen. We need to talk.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
You're gonna be okay, alright?
Tisk. You could not even be bothered to submit a suspect or plea. That behavior has no place here. Goodbye.